Look, there is nothing special about this place. Look at the gaps between the bricks in the gateposts, where the pointing has fallen out. Look at the ugly UPVC window frames. This is not a place where miracles happen. And, because I'm more than willing to shoulder my share of the blame in advance, there is nothing special about me. I am not a place where miracles happen. This isn't going to work, so I mustn't be disappointed when it doesn't. I'm not here because I think it's going to help. I'm here because I'm sick of having to plaster a receptive smile on my face and make pleased and surprised noises when yet another person tells me how brilliantly it worked for them. You should try hypnosis, says everybody I meet, from my colleagues to my dentist to parents and teachers at the girls' school. I was really skeptical and only went as an absolute last resort, but it was like magic. I never touched cigarettes, vodka, cream cakes, betting slips again. I've noticed that anyone who advocates a wildly implausible solution to a problem always stresses how cynically unconvinced they were at first, before they tried it. No one ever says, I was and am exactly the kind of desperate idiot who's ready to believe in anything. Weirdly, hypnotherapy really worked for me. I'm sitting in my car on Great Holling Road, outside the home of Ginny Saxon, the hypnotherapist I chose quite randomly. Well, perhaps not entirely. Great Holling is the nicest village in the Culver Valley. Might as well go somewhere picturesque to waste my money, I thought. Very few places are so idyllic that one notices a backlash against them. People describing them as being not the real world or up their own arse. But it's almost a cliché around these parts to thumb your nose at the beautiful seclusion of Great Holling by opting instead to live in a noisier, dirtier place that coincidentally contains cheaper houses. But even if I could afford to live in Great Holling, I wouldn't. It's just too perfect. Yeah, right. Still, maybe I should be more trusting. Plenty of people have money and choose not to use it to improve their situations. Some fools I know hand over their hard-earned cash to quacks and ask to be hypnotized, hoping they'll come round to find that all their problems have disappeared. Ginny Saxon's address, like her brand of therapy, is a con. She doesn't live in Great Holling. I have driven all the way out here on false pretenses. Even more false pretenses than a silly placebo treatment, I mean. I should have looked more carefully at the address and realised that the double helping of the village's name within it, 77 Great Holling Road, Great Holling, Silsford, was protesting too much. I'm not in Great Holling, but on an A road on the way to it. There are houses on one side, including Ginny Saxon's, and brown and grey sludgy-looking fields on the other. This is agricultural land masquerading as countryside. In one of the fields, there's a building with a corrugated metal roof. It's the sort of landscape that makes me think of sewage, even if I'm being unfair and can't actually smell any. You are being unfair. What's the harm in having an open mind? It might work. Inwardly, I groan. The disappointment when this charade I'm about to participate in leaves me exactly as it found me is going to hurt. Probably worse than after all the other stuff I've tried that hasn't worked. Hypnotherapy is the thing everybody does as a last resort. After it, there's nothing left to try. I look at the time on my car clock. 3 p.m. on the dot. I'm supposed to be arriving now. But it's warm in my Renault Clio with the heater on and freezing outside. No snow here, not even the kind that doesn't settle. But every night snow is forecast with a little more glee on the part of the local news weather lady. The whole of the Culver Valley is in the grip of that peculiarly English weather condition, inspired as much by Schadenfreude as by sub-zero temperatures, known as "don't think the snow won't come just because it hasn't yet." On the count of 3, I imagine saying to myself in my best deep hypnotic voice, you will get out of your car, go into that house across the road, and pretend to be in a trance for an hour. You will then write a cheque for 70 quid to a charlatan. It'll be ace. I pull my written instructions out of my coat pocket. Ginny's address.